When I first started having contractions, I was not scared, I wasn't worried, I was relieved and exuberant. And so I went into labor at 3 o'clock in the morning on July 12th. And I got out of bed and I was so excited. I waited until everyone was up and we walked to the market, we ate some samosas. Hello. And then I went up to the hospital at about 10 o'clock to make sure that I was in true labor. The contractions were coming basically one on top of the other. So I was there for 2 hours. And within about an hour and a half of being there, it was time to push. And it was just, I was so happy. I can't describe the euphoria. It didn't hurt. It wasn't painful. It was very uncomfortable. But I was so glad that everything was happening and Anna was coming and I wouldn't have to be pregnant anymore, that I was laughing in between contractions and pushes. And it only took 20 minutes and then she was born, and it was just so amazing because Michael was there, he caught her, he cut the cord.
They kept baby Anna for 5 days so that she could be breastfed. Both sets of parents wanted her to have a healthy start in life.
It showed me more than ever that I wasn't ready for a child. You get no sleep, you're exhausted from giving birth, you can barely breathe when you're walking because your muscles have been all stretched out. So we were up all night and it was amazing getting to take care of her for that long, and keeping her would have been completely out of the question. And even though it was really hard, I'm gonna cry now. Like, I would just hold her and cry sometimes because it was like, this is the most amazing, beautiful little girl. And I would think, like, if I ever had another child, like, could I ever love them this much? Because the feeling of love that you get is so overwhelming. I wasn't prepared for it. Michael wasn't prepared for it, even though we had talked about it for almost every day, like just preparing ourselves for feeling connected to Anna. The eventual feelings they overwhelmed us. But even in the worst moments of like, I love this baby so much, like how can I possibly ever give her up? We still never questioned our decision about having Ange and Dan adopt her because we knew that no matter how much we loved her, there were reasons why we had chosen adoption, and it wouldn't be loving her to give up on those reasons because we knew that we're too young and we couldn't take care of a child the way that Ange and Dan can. I couldn't even hand Anna to them for the last time. I had to give her to Michael, and then I didn't even see them leave because I just buried my face in my lap and cried. And I could hear, like, Michael was crying, Angela was bawling her eyes out because it was very hard for them too. I want to travel, I want to be able to just like throw on a backpack and bike somewhere for 3 weeks, and it's not the kind of thing you could do if you had a child. And there's so many things, like I want to go to art school, I want to go to music school, I feel like I'm all over the place, and there's so many things that I love doing that take all my passion and energy, and I couldn't do them if I had Anna with me.
We've got 4 or 5 hours until we get to Montreal.
On March 1st, more than 5 months after they last held Anna, Megan and Michael drove to Montreal to meet Ange and Dan.
And then we're gonna go straight to see Ange and Dan and Anna on my birthday, which is like the best present ever.
It was disbelief, like all the way going up there. Even I gave them a call as we were approaching Quebec City, so about 3 hours away, and it still wasn't even hitting them.
My mind was, you know, going in circles, going in so many places at once, and like it was physical tension, like not fear, but apprehension.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so much that I was afraid of seeing Anna and feeling hurt or like I'd lost something or regretful. It was a fear of being a different person to Ange and Dan now that I wasn't pregnant, that I wasn't carrying their daughter.
Yeah, that it wasn't sort of an objective, you know, it wasn't a special place because we have this thing that they want.
Yeah.
So it was more, how are we going to present ourselves to them as people? We're getting ready to see Ange and Dan. It's about 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Here's the room.
They're talking to Anna in Spanish.
Oh my God! Come on in, come on in. Here we go.
Oh, it's so nice.
I knew that I would cry because I'm an emotional person and I express my feelings through tears a lot. But it wasn't painful crying or sad crying. It was crying because I was so excited.
Oh my God.
Hi, do hi with your hands. Hi, Megan. Hi. This girl.
I didn't know what else to do, and it wasn't even like crying. It was just the same thing you get when you see something that really touches you. And I was just so involved at looking at Anna's face because she's brilliant. You can tell she's got bright eyes, and you can tell when she's looking at things, she's assessing.
Anna has just started to crawl, smile, and giggle, but she's already done a lot. She's a gift of love and life that brought together 4 people and created a family by choice.
We're going to have to let Anna take the lead at some point in her life. And I'm looking forward to that because I'm looking forward to seeing what this little child that we made is going to make of this whole situation. And all I can do is trust Ange and Dan to do the best possible job that they can do, which I know they will, in making her an empathetic, understanding little girl, and then someday a young woman.
In Fredericton, I'm Nicole Badgery.